I've been working my way through a bunch of the Woobles Learn to Crochet kits as a way to learn how to crochet. And at this point, I've made 20 of them. A little while back, I saw that the Woobles was coming out with these new extra squeezy kits that are supposed to be twice as big, bigger kits, bigger yarn, bigger hooks, and I knew I was going to have to try them for myself. So I ordered their bundle of 4, which I think is all of the extra squeezy kits that they have at this point, and I'm here today to share my very first one that I made with you. This is Hugh the Capybara. Check him out. Look how gigantic he is as compared to my regular Woobles Learn to Crochet kit of Snoopy. Let's put them side by side. So today I want to talk through the extra squeezy kits in general, what they come with, what's different about them than a regular Woobles Learn to Crochet kit. And I want to talk about my experience making this guy, Hugh the Capybara. In the end, I feel like he looks a little bit like a big brown blob, but capybaras are also pretty darn cute. So definitely want to talk through him today. So let's dive on in. Let me first show you what the actual kit looks like. So it's really just like a regular Woobles kit, but bigger. Everything is bigger. Let me show you, for example, the difference in size of packaging with the Snoopy kit. This is the regular Learn to Crochet kit versus the extra squeezy kit. It does say 2 times bigger. It really is in general pretty similar in terms of contents to a regular Woobles kit. Everything that you need is included. It does say all materials included and 2 times bigger. You can see on the back everything that it comes with. And this is really similar, but everything again is just bigger. It's this extra squeezy yarn, which is bigger than their typical easy peasy yarn, which is the typical Woobles Learn to Crochet kit yarn. It comes with a bigger crochet hook. You can see it's 8mm versus regular Woobles comes with 4mm. Mostly it's the same. The stuffing comes in a slightly different container, and the yarn needle actually is a plastic yarn needle versus for the regular kits, it's a metal yarn needle. I did have a little bit of trouble working with the plastic yarn needle, but I also have plenty of metal ones, so maybe I just should have tried one of those. I'm not sure. Let me show you the yarn first for a moment. So here is the extra squeezy yarn. It's kind of all tangled together, but here we go. So it's pretty big, and let me compare it with the regular Woobles easy peasy yarn. Let's hold these up like side by side so you can really see how different it is, right? So the bottom is the extra squeezy, the top is the easy peasy. These words are all rhyming, which is which. This yarn is super interesting. It has like batting on the inside. It's not woven in the same way as most yarn. And so what that ends up meaning is that it's actually really easy for beginners. And so you can't like split the yarn at all with your crochet hook, which is really, really nice. You can see the stitches very easily, but it is kind of goofy. So you can sort of see how there's that white on the inside. So when you're working with this much thinner yarn, smaller yarn, it kind of feels like a little bit less of a thing. But like every time I cut this yarn with my small scissors, I would end up getting it caught because you can really you can really see that batting, pull it out. So it's a little bit funny with the thicker yarn, I have to say, like because of that, versus the thin yarn. I don't know. It has the batting, but there's so much less of it, I guess, that it's not as weird. So that was pretty interesting. It's so like big, but it's got this batting inside. So I don't know really what to make of that. But it's a definitely different experience than working with, say, something like a chunky chenille yarn, which is like more like regular yarn. I guess it's like woven, but still thick. Let me show you the crochet hooks next. So here is my easy peasy crochet hook. You can see it says Hugh, so specifically for my capybara. It says Woobles, and I don't know if you can see it. It does say 8mm. compared to here's my Snoopy hook, which is 4 millimeters. This one has the cute branding because it's the Snoopy kit. So definitely a lot larger. You know, I don't even know actually what this material is. Is it like plastic versus the metal of the smaller hooks? I do know, like, I also use Clover and More hooks. That's another kind of hook that I really, really like. Kind of similar to these with the metal hook and then sort of this shaft, I guess, that you hold that's supposed to be kind of good ergonomically. But the Clover and More also, when you get into the larger sizes, they also look like this with the white handle, not metal. So there must be something about that, I guess, about not using metal when it's like larger. I don't really know the details there, but I'm pretty interested. But it is definitely, yeah, a lot larger. So let me pick up my capybara again and show you more again how he came out. And I want to talk through the pattern, and crocheting him. So I have talked in previous videos about how I don't love this Woobles yarn because it ends up leaving sort of holes, where you can sort of see the stuffing between the stitches. And one thing I experimented a lot with as I was working through my Woobles kits was trying to do different things that I could do whatever I could to try to eliminate some of these holes. So I mainly tried going down in hook sizes and also using the yarn under technique instead of the yarn over technique, which is supposed to lend itself to sort of tighter stitches. I have to say, like, everything I tried with my Woobles kits, I did not quite get there. I did get better. I got, like, ended up with some that were sort of tighter and less holes, but I feel like all of my finished objects from the Woobles still ended up with some amount of holes. And I figured that this would be the same. And in the end, of course, you can see it was. You can definitely see holes. You know, maybe not the end of the world, but it is something that has sort of bugged me since I started working on the Woobles and continues to bug me. I did figure for this one, this is my first extra squeezy kit, my first time using one of these giant crochet hooks. I figured, let me just do what's recommended. Let me do the normal. So I used the 8 millimeter hook that this came with, and I did yarn over, which is sort of traditional crochet. It's what the Woobles teaches in their videos. And so I just did that, figured, let me see how it comes out. And then maybe for my next extra squeezy kits that I make, I still have 3 more of them. So I might try yarn under. I might try going down to a slightly smaller hook size. I did buy, like, a while back a set of Clover and More hooks that are the large ones. I have to look and see, like, what actual sizes I have. But I think I should have some that are smaller. I'm hoping I have like a, I don't know, 7 millimeter hook or something, just to try something slightly smaller. And it'll be interesting to compare. I did find myself when I was working on this, I knew that this was going to be a challenge, kind of trying to eliminate these holes. And I found myself pulling really, really tight to try to, I guess, minimize the holes. I actually, like, started a few rounds in, and then I decided, like, let me start again because let me make sure I'm pulling really tight. And because of that, I actually felt myself, like, I felt my hands kind of hurting, I have to say. Like, I was pulling tight. I was really, like, because it's such, like, thick yarn and a big hook, I really felt myself, like, working for it in a way that kind of regular crochet with the regular smaller crochet hook, smaller yarn, I don't feel quite as much of that. So that was certainly something to note. I don't know if that's a thing with, like, larger yarns and things like that, or if it was just me because I was trying to pull so hard and it was, like, a little bit awkward and maybe I was just getting used to it. But I definitely did find myself kind of having to take a break, my hands kind of hurting because I was really trying to pull tight. I've also heard people say that, like, with this yarn, because of how stretchy it is, if you pull tight, sometimes that actually makes it a little bit worse because it'll sort of stretch the holes out. So I don't know. I'm always wondering how I can make this better. And I don't totally know the answers here, but it was something I was thinking about as I was working my way through it. In general, the pattern for Hugh the Capybara was pretty kind of standard, I would say, compared to other Woobles kits. Very similar experience. They have the instructional videos. They have a written pattern. I did try to watch the videos to see sort of how different they would be than the regular Woobles videos, and they were the same. They did have parts showing, you know, the giant hook and things, and then I think they had parts maybe that weren't, but I'm not positive. But it did show you, like, beginning to end. Mostly that this actual capybara that they switched to random other colors, I guess, just to, like, make it brighter. It was, like, blue and orange through a lot of it. But I think it was the actual capybara pattern, which was kind of funny. And maybe brown's just, like, harder to see on the screen. So I worked my way through. It's interesting. A lot of the Woobles are very like egg shaped, I guess. They're circles, they're ovals, versus this one they consider more like a peanut shape. There is a lot going on with the body, as you can sort of see with the shape, with increasing and decreasing to kind of make this shape the way it is. They call it peanut shape, but it's really like a sideways peanut. The other Woobles that I've made in the past that are also sort of peanut shaped, I haven't loved. I have to say, like, there's something funny about this part where you're like doing decreases, and I don't know if it's something about the way I'm doing them, but it always kind of looks not great to me. Like, you can really see the stuffing there. Let me show you again. Snoopy is one that has a little bit of that peanut shape, though he does have this red collar that covers it. And this one honestly was not my favorite for a few different reasons. Another one that I did was Fred the Dino. I have a pink version of Fred, and he also has that same thing. This was one of the earliest Woobles that I made, so, you know, I was still kind of perfecting my tension and all of that, but you can really see that there. And this was sort of similarly peanut shaped, but as compared to like something like Sebastian the Lion, he's just like an oval. He does have the mane, which kind of adds an interesting look to him, but you can see the actual body itself is really just very circular and comes out much more, I guess, like neat, I would say. And so I kind of prefer these ones, although also maybe the egg shape is like a little bit boring. I don't know. I did find that it was very like skewed. I feel like I think I kind of reshaped him some after I stuffed him. But I found it for a while that like the head was just almost like skewed, like tilted, like off kilter. But it doesn't look so bad now. So maybe I sort of fixed that. But so yeah, similar to regular Woobles, you just kind of do the shape. You do a lot of increasing and decreasing. So I really had to keep track carefully with my row and stitch counters. But you kind of work your way down. You can see on the bottom, you close it up. Yeah, you can definitely see the holes down there. And then, yeah, you kind of do all of the extra pieces similar to all of the other Woobles. There is always quite a bit of sewing. So they have you make the snout in the dark brown. So you can see it started with like a magic ring. You go around and the end you go back and embroider the little brown or black nose parts too there. You embroider the eyes, which is interesting. Most Woobles, they do give you safety eyes. Interestingly, yeah, here's some safety eyes. It's funny, Snoopy and the Dino are two ones that I actually embroidered. I think Snoopy, they make you embroider, but this one, I remember just I wanted to experiment with embroidery. But the typical Woobles is safety eyes. And I actually thought, like, they have you embroider these pretty early on. And I thought it was like, I don't know, I didn't love the look of sort of the slits of the eyes. And I thought it would look better with sort of wide circular eyes, like an open-eyed capybara. But then later I looked at pictures and like, this is pretty normal for capybaras. Like if you see a regular picture out there of a capybara, they do kind of have slits for eyes. And so I guess that's the idea, that it's just sort of the look of a capybara, and that's why they do that and don't give you safety eyes. I think the other extra squeezy kits do give you safety eyes, although I'm not 100% sure. I wasn't sure if it was like, oh, they just don't for any of the extra squeezy kits and they have you always embroider the eyes. But for this one, I really think it is just the look of the capybara. They have you, make the ears, which are just sort of magic circles and around, and sew them on. I don't know. I always struggle with sewing. I mean, don't we all? I feel like I ended up maybe with them a little too close together and far back. Perhaps they should have been a little bit more like off to the side. And then the legs also. The legs are like these goofy, you do a slip stitch join, you chain 3, you single crochet back into 2, and then you slip it back to the beginning. And again, like, I feel like it was a little bit sort of off center and skewed, and I don't know. Again, I feel like the legs are maybe a bit close together and it would have been better to be just a little bit further apart. They specify like what round to do it in, but I feel like in the pattern they maybe did not specify like how many stitches should be between them, and that might have helped in terms of true like placement, I think. I always struggle with sewing. I always find myself afterwards thinking like, oh, I should have done it differently. And honestly, if it was a different pattern that I really, really wanted to look like perfect in the end, perhaps I would have undone it and redone it. But with this one, I just kind of wanted to get him done. And yeah, the legs, they tell you, I think, to make these sort of facing forward, which I guess I sort of have. So it's like when you go like this sideways, it kind of is all facing the same direction. So yeah, that is Hugh the Capybara. He is still a little bit skewed. I did struggle with how much to stuff him, which is again something that I often struggle with. Like, I know if I don't stuff enough, it ends up kind of like lumpy and not filling the shape. But I think more often than not, I end up overstuffing. And then again, like the more stuffing you have, the more like visible the holes are. And it's kind of like bursting at the seams almost. So I really tried not to overstuff this one, but I still really wanted to like do enough to hold the shape. So I did the best I could. There's like, yeah, let me kind of reshape him after he's stuffed. And I did sort of adjust, I think, the skewedness that I was saying. And he does look pretty cute. I know a lot of people like love capybaras. It's one of these animals. I don't know if it's like a meme animal. But they're just like big and cute, and apparently they're very chill. So I can totally get behind that. Capybara is definitely a good, perhaps spirit animal to have. And it's actually perfect for the extra squeezy kit. Like, given that it's a bigger kit, it's kind of nice to pick like a bigger animal, I suppose, to do for that. So yeah, there we have Hugh the Capybara. I will say I bought the bundle from the Woobles, which actually also comes with accessories, but I didn't get a chance to make the accessory yet. So Hugh's accessory is this, it's this tiny yuzu. I guess capybaras like to swim in a yuzu bath, or I don't know if it's like a meme where there's a cute capybara with a yuzu like orange on its head. But yeah, this is the one that came with Hugh. So I will, in a future video, I think I will actually make the accessories and talk about them. But for now, I kept the focus on just Hugh the Capybara here. But I've never made a Woobles like accessory. They're these tiny little kind of extras. So I am looking forward to doing that at some future point. And I will also make the other 3 extra squeezy kits at some point and share my results here, of course. So next up, I'm not sure exactly the order I'm going to do it in, but there's also a red panda, a manatee, and a toucan. Let me very quickly show you. Here's the red panda. This is the kit. I have not opened it yet, but here's that red panda that I'm super excited to make. So I don't know. I do feel a little bit like the capybara just kind of came out like a big brown blob. So I'm excited to have some more colors and things. The toucan also has a ton of colors, which I think is going to be super fun to do. But yeah, like I think I did the body and was just like, okay, he's just a brown blob. But then as you sort of add on the extra features, it always does kind of start to come together, and he does have some adorable character. Yeah, so that is Hugh the Capybara, my very first extra squeezy kit. And again, let's just like do a little size comparison. Like, is it twice as big? I mean, maybe. Snoopy is actually maybe one of the smaller Woobles that I've made. Let's see here. So definitely a lot bigger, and fun to just like experiment with larger yarn, the larger hook, all of that. I remember seeing a long time ago some photos or videos or something of people basically crocheting like giant stuff where, I mean, here's this 8mm hook, but you could do even like way bigger. It almost looked like they were doing like holding a log and like crocheting a rug or something just gigantic. So I felt a little bit like that, but it's not that much bigger than the regular, smaller yarn. And like, it's not, look at that. That's not that huge, but definitely an interesting experience. Try something new and make this cute a little guy or big guy in the end. And I'm looking forward to making a few more of these. So there we have it for today. Here's Hugh the Capybara. Thank you so much for keeping me company, and I'll see you next time. Bye.